Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is...
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. Cook with a first down and much more. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. Down to the 25. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. It's Rudolph. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. On second down now, it's Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's third and 18. They need something big. Now Rudolph. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Watch the motion. Bang, 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 bang.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again on second and 10. Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
On 2nd and very short, Rudolph. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Rudolph. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on,
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes. We're trying to put him on the ground. One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Alert flare, recon, 132 fight. Hatchet, Alpha. Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Got his man, that's Mecole Hardman, the rookie. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Check.
Mahomes now on first down. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 30, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Recon, 132 fighter. Now.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check 26. Check 26.
49. Check 49. Check 49. Cello, you're right.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
We own them. Kill.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, and we're going to focus now on Mason Rudolph. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On the ground, it's Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Out of the gun, Rudolph. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the 1st thanks to a flashy little spin move. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Rudolph. Throw complete to the tight end, Morgan. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Ready? 60 out.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That's it, baby.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
From the 44, Mahomes, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Mahomes to throw, escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the screen.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And it's caught. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's Mahomes. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Flushed out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, as time expires in the first half, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. Big decision there. They say forget the... And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We remind you that coming up later tonight, we've got a good AFC battle in Baltimore. The Super Bowl champs, New England, in town to take on the Ravens. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, the Cowboys and the Giants from MetLife Stadium to wrap up this first weekend in November. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
The throw to the middle taken in. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this belongs to the Vikings.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Rudolph following the fumble recovery. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rudolph now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there, perfectly. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. It's Rudolph, and this is Cook with the grab. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14. 6 now. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back. Out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Let's get it.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Motion.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Mack. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marlon Mack, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Back onto the field comes this offense, and we're going to focus now on Mason Rudolph. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
On the ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But I also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And the Panthers, they're starting to pull away in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Mack. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Mahomes going to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. We're back now in KC. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Throwing on second down. Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one.
Stephon Diggs, touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his third touchdown now on the year, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
They go right back to Mack. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Mahomes now on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down. They'll run on first down. It's Mack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. Finds a seam inside the 40, and finally brought down at the 38. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Mack. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Staying on the ground with Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To throw is Mahomes. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Yellow. Delta. 55, my God, 55.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. Got an open man. It's Washington. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mack. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. I got you, son. I got you, son.
Hey, Fente.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Marlon Mack, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays.